That's exactly how it's going to show up when you go to the page. Now, it's going to ask you to select what exactly you want to do with Trello.com. So, do you want to organize ideas and work? Do you want to track personal tasks and to-dos? Do you want to manage team projects? Or do you want to create and automate your team workflows? Now, most times if you select manage from manage team project down, it will advise you to try Jira, because Jira is also owned by the company that owns Trello, which is Atlassian. You understand? So it would advise you to try Jira, because Jira is another project management tool owned by them. And also this last one, we also advise you to try Jira. You understand? But what I want to use is I want to use track personal task and to do, because what I want to use is Trello. You understand? I don't want to or track personal task and to dos. Okay. Let's see what it looks like. Both of them. Okay. So I'm going to select track personal task and to do, and then click on continue. It's going to tell you to give a name to your Trello board. You understand? I think the reason why I'm here in the first place is because I tried signing up. Normally, it's supposed to show you how do you want to sign up, and you select your email that you want to use and sign up. So I tried it in the morning, and I decided, okay, let me just leave it so that I can start this from our class. You understand? Now, ChatGPT is going to play a lot of role. Like I told you earlier, a lot of things I know I learned from Google, ChatGPT, YouTube. You understand? I decided to make ChatGPT my best friend, because many of the apps that I don't know how to use, I just go there and say, okay, please give me a task on how to use this particular app, and it's going to send me the task. You understand? And if it doesn't give me the step by step, I'll further prompt it to give me step by step approach on how I can actually use the app, and it will give me that task and outline step by step on that task. So we are going to also prompt ChatGPT, but like Mr. Clem says, we are going to do all the basics that ChatGPT will give. I believe it's going to give us others that are not basic, but we'll stick to the basic ones for today. You understand? And then for tomorrow, or tomorrow, we'll have to fix another class so that we can be able to meet up, because we still have Monday.com and Asana. You understand? So before the next class, which is Thursday. So it will tell you to name your Trello board. Most times this Trello board I leave it to when I get ChatGPT to give me. But let's just name this one June, July, July class. June, July. I wish there was a way I could unmute Mr. Clems alone, so that in case anything needs my attention, because I have to be coming to this chat. Okay. Let me just leave the chat open. So June, July class 2024. Let's just name the board that. You understand? And then it says now organize your board with list. Now I want to skip all these things. The reason I want to skip all these things is because whenever I'm learning a new app for the first time, I don't like using templates. You understand? I like starting from scratch, because template is a pre-designed format. If you start from scratch, you're going to learn how to do this on your own, so that even using the template becomes a little bit more easier for you. You understand? So I'm going to skip this. Let's see. Invite your team. I might also skip this. Let's get into the. Now, if you want to add your team members, this is where you can add them. If you want to add them now, aside from here, there is another place inside the board where you can add your team members, which I'm also going to show you. You understand? So we are also going to skip this. Now it's going to take us to our project board. Let's see how it looks like. So it says start your 30-day free trial. So this is what now I'm signing up, because the former account I created during our own set has expired. So I need us to use a fresh account, because there are some features that I will no longer be able to access in that account. But if we create this 30 days trial, we will be able to access it here. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so these people now. Okay, we'll also skip this. Let's see if that's possible. Okay. Now we are inside our Trello board. This is the workspace and this is the board. Now on the workspace, like I've said in all our tutorials, workspace represents a company. Each workspace represents a company. So let's assume as a project manager, you are working with two different companies and you are handling different projects in the two companies. Now, if you come here and click on this place now, you are going to see the workspaces that you are in. So right now, we only have one workspace. Okay, sorry, if you click on this place here, that's where you see all your workspaces. Right now, we only have one workspace, which happens to be our current workspace right now. You understand? So we can rename this to June, July class workspace. Let's call this our own company. June, July 2024 class workspace. Just leave it at this. Okay, short name. You just leave this. There is no need for all these things. Then you save. If there is need for this, you might do it on your own. But right now, for what we are doing, I don't think there's any need. Now, if your company has a website, you can put the website here, and then put a little description showing what this workspace is. You understand? And then you click on save. You understand? Now we've clicked on save. Under this excuse me. Under this workspace, which represents our company, we have that board that I created. But this board is not going to be the name we will use for our project. So let's go back to ChatGPT now, and let's see how we can generate a project that will enable us work on Trello. You understand? Now, let me show you a sample of something I did earlier on using ChatGPT. This is a board I worked on using ChatGPT during my own set. You understand? If you look at all this red here, means most of the tasks are already overdue. That's why you're seeing them in red. So the dates assigned to them are overdue. So we are going to create something similar to this, but we are going to use ChatGPT. Let's see what it gives us. So my prompt is always the same thing. You understand? Okay. So I need a project sample to test my knowledge on Trello. And I need a step-by-step guide on how to use how to put these on, or let me say how to put this project on Trello. Now, because I said we are going to leave the, if this was the ChatGPT I was using earlier to get this straight, ChatGPT has now been designed in such a way that it remembers your conversation. Before, each individual conversation you have with ChatGPT is on its own. So if it is not inside this discussion, it will not remember. But now ChatGPT has been designed that even if I open a new chat, as I'm chatting here right now, if I open a new chat, ChatGPT will remember what we talked about on this particular chat. You understand? But this is not the ChatGPT I used for the other Trello that I designed. So I'm going to give it now, the longer the better for you in ChatGPT prompt, because the longer it is, like you give it more instructions, it follows all those instructions one by one to the latter. You understand? So now I'm going to tell it to include some how will I put it? Include some advanced features. Now, these ones is going to include, we are going to work on them next time we have a class. We are going to take the basics now into this project, and I'm going to go ahead and give it an example. Add some power ups. Add some power ups. Power ups are like add-ons or integrations. You understand? That's what Trello call integrations power up. You understand? So let's press enter and see the project that is going to generate for us. So he said, sure, let's create a sample project and guide you through adding it to Trello, including some advanced features and power ups. So now he says the project sample, which happens to be the same thing I worked on the last time. So we might still have to use the same. He said the project sample is launching a new website. So what it means is that we are a new company, June July Incorporation, June July Class Incorporated, and we want to design our new website. You don't just wake up and say, okay, oh yeah, or you should go and design website. No. A lot of planning. A website redesign is a full project on its own. So a lot of planning needs to be put into this for you to be able to achieve this. So as a project manager, you are handed over the project of designing a website. That's putting together the plans on designing a website on. Someone said be audible, please. Am I not audible? I don't know. Let me unmute and see. Hello. Someone said I'm not audible.
You're audible.
Okay.
You're audible. You're audible. Very audible. We can hear you.
You can make it.
We can hear you.
Okay.
Mr. Clems, I didn't get what you said. Okay, please, if you can't hear me properly, just make use of your earpiece. Let me unmute everyone again, please. The background noises, and I'm recording. All right, so I will check the chat box from time to time to see if there is any problem. Now, I will get to the questions after this. I'm seeing some questions here, but I'll get to them after this. So what we are doing as a project manager. Now, Trello is actually a project management app, a project management tool, where project managers design, how will I put it, the skeleton of a project. That's where they plan the project. Just like Ekwi said in the morning, you do not carry out the project inside Trello. Now, you cannot come and start designing websites inside Trello. No. You are going to plan the website, everything you need from the planning stage, just like if you see the project phases that was given to us here. We have the planning phase, the design phase, the development phase, the testing phase, the launch phase, and the post-launch phase. So these are all the phases that needs to be available in this project, and it takes a project manager to design this on Trello. Now, take note that Trello is not also only a project management tool. Individuals can also use Trello to plan their day. You can also use Trello to plan out something. Maybe you have a plan you want to carry out. You can also use Trello to put it in place. You understand? It's not just a project management tool where you just maybe must be from a company. There are individuals that use Trello as well to plan out their day-to-day activities, to plan out personal projects. You understand? So now he says these are the phases, and then he gave us step-by-step guide on how to set up this project on Trello. Now he says log into Trello, which we've done. Click on create a new board button. Name the board launching a new website. But before we start, we'll go into that. Like I told you earlier, there are already existing templates that you can use. But there is project management template, which is meant for strictly for project managers. Then there is the Kanban template. Most managers I see, project manager, a lot of people I see love this Kanban template because it's very, very fashionable, and it is also strictly for serious projects. That's what you use Kanban templates for. You understand? So just give me a minute. Babe, what is this now? This children is disturbing me now. Ha! Oh yeah, go into your room now. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so you can select from the list of the templates you have here, but I wouldn't, I don't know, maybe if I want to use, I would love to use the Kanban templates because a website design is a serious project in a company because every company that starts always want to launch their website and they always want to make it better than their competitors' websites and all that, you understand? So now, this is the June July class we worked on. I created earlier, but I might not be using this, so I'm going to be using the Kanban template to design this project. Now we're going to click on it, and it's going to open it. And then when it opens it, I'm going to change a lot of things on how it looks. You understand? Let me move this Apollo. Okay, so it says this is a public template for anyone on the internet to copy. Now, the settings of this is made public. So I think there should be a way, there's a way we need to change the settings so that it can be only for, these people has really changed a lot of things from the last time I came here. Okay, settings, let's see, from settings, profile and visibility. I think there should be a way to, there's always a way to make this personal. Or we can as well leave it. There is nothing wrong with it. You understand? Create board from templates. So we'll click on create board from templates. Now, we are creating this board on which workspace? June, July 2024 class. That's where we are creating this board on. You understand? Now, this board will be workspace visible. So I'm going to change this board so that it becomes private. Let me see, public, anyone on the internet. Okay, workspace, all members. Now, all members of June, July 2024 class workspace can see this template. Only board admins can edit. If I make it public, anybody on the internet can access this project. So now I'm making it only for people I add their email. So for you to be able to access this, I have to add your email. Now it says, do you want to keep these cards? These cards that came with, now these are cards, like this backlog is a card. That backlog is a card. Let me see. Okay. That backlog is a card. This design is a card again on its own. To do is another card. So do you want to keep them the way they are? Now let's choose to keep them. We can also as well create them on our own. You understand? But because of time, let's just choose to keep this card. Now it says keep template card. Yes, let's create the workspace. So it's creating the workspace. Now we have our workspace now. This is our workspace and what it looks like. You understand? So this is where we are going to design the template of what we need for that website. But the next thing I'm going to do is to change this name to the project we are working on. Project website redesign. Okay, it's not redesign. I think it's a new website. So it's not redesign. The one that was given to me earlier last time was, so this is launching a new website. So let's call it website launch. Now, that becomes the name of this project that we are working on. If you look at here now, you see that it has changed. So I will go ahead to delete this June, July class that I created earlier. Yeah. Now, we are going to put our project on this board now. So it says create a new board, which we've done. Log into Trello, create a new board. Name the board launching a new website. So this is the name he gave us for the project. You understand? So I'm going to change that this one back to launching a new website. That's the name he gave us. Now it says choose a background color or image. You understand? I'm just trying to take it a step at a time. Choose a background color or image. Now, Kanban template has already given us a background color. But let's assume that we want to do what ChatGPT says. We don't want to use this background color. You can as well change this background color by clicking on this place where you are, your workspace here. You understand? Click on your workspace. Please, I'm in class. I'll call you back. Now, you click on this. Over here, you are going to see this D, which is it shows, if you click on this place now, it's going to open the settings of your workspace. You understand? I'm going to click on it. It's going to open the settings of my workspace. Now I can decide to change the background of this from here by clicking on theme. No, not on theme, sorry. Let me see. We've really changed all these things. Okay, that these three dots here, they've changed it. Usually it was this one, but these three dots here is what you click. Once you click on it, it opens the settings of this workspace. Now you are going to click on change background. You are going to see a lot of settings that once you work on them, it will affect the general outlook of this your project board. So change background. Let's assume that I don't want to use this background. Just like ChatGPT said that I should change background. Now I can choose to use colors, which means I'll just select a particular color for this background, or I can choose to use photos. Now let's say that I want to use a photo. If you have a photo you want to use, let's say the photo is already inside your system, you can upload it here by clicking on this plus sign here, custom. And then you can use your hand and go to your system and select a particular picture inside your system. But these photos we are looking at here are pre-existing photos inside the inside Trello. So if I click on them now, I can search anything I want here. Let's say I want something relating to website. I say website design. Let me see if I can get anything related to that. Okay, so let's choose from all this. Let's choose one. Okay, let's use this particular one. Anyone you want to use, you can now click on it, and the moment you click on it, it's going to load it and it becomes your new background. So this is a website. The logo, the background I just chose right now. It is now the background of this board. You can change it at any point in time. Now let's go ahead and see what's next. It says choose a background color or image. Okay, we've done that. Then 2, create lists for project faces. Create a list for each project face. Click on add a list and name it planning. Repeat this step for each of the other faces. So these faces that he gave us here, we are going to put each of these face as a what? As a list. What exactly is the list? The list is all this thing: backlog, design, to do. These are lists. So I'm going to change the names of all these existing ones. The first one says planning. Most general boards I know will always have, to do, they always have in progress, to do, they have what do you call it, is it overdue or what again? You understand? So we are just going to change this because we are using exactly what ChatGPT said. You understand? Most times you find out that like projects that are still being designed will be under to do. Those are things that we need to do. You understand, that we have not started doing. Now, once you've designed them and you have assigned the task to somebody and the person has already started working on the task, the person can now move the task to doing, which means he's working on it. You understand? But the reason why we are using this is because ChatGPT suggested this one. So the second this thing is design. So I'm going to change this one to design. Okay, this one is already design. The next one is development. I'm going to change this to development. To do is going to be development. Now, testing. These are the phases of the project we are working on. We change this to testing. The next one says, for you to change, just click on the name and it's going to highlight the name and you can paste or type on top of the name, whichever one that works for you. Then we have launch. I'll change this one to launch. Then the next one says what? Post launch. I'm going to do this and paste post launch. Now, the first phase of this project is where we are planning how to do it. Under planning, you are going to see everything that will be. Under planning, you are going to see everything that will be under planning as suggested by ChatGPT. You understand? So That's all the faces that was suggested. Now the next one is add cards to each list. And then it gave us all the cards we are going to add under each list. Under planning phase, we add these cards. Under design phase, we add all these cards. You understand? So let's do. We are not going to add all of them. I'm just going to show you how you are going to add card. But before I get into that, some of these lists already have card in them. You understand? So we are going to delete the cards that are already existing. Anyone that has card in it. I'm so sorry. Just give me a minute. I'm having a very sharp pain on my chest. Let's continue. So right now, another thing we need to know is that these lists have already been designed in such a way that they already have pictures. Now, these pictures does not tally with what is here. You understand? You can also change the background of this picture to probably tally with what is here. So how do you do that? These are already provided for you. So what you need to do is to click on, either you click on it to open it or you click on this edit, but I prefer to click on it here, the center of it. Now, this place where it says cover, you're seeing the cover here. You can click on it and change this picture, because this picture was used because that was the list we had earlier on. That's the default list that came with it. So you can click on this cover and also do the same thing I did. You can upload your own cover image, or you can choose a color you want, or you can choose from the already existing pictures that ChatGPT, that Trello has here. So I can click on search photos. Let's see, that one was planning phase. Let's use planning. We can use any of this to represent our planning. You see, this is, all those times when you're planning and you're putting sticky notes on your board. Okay, we'll do this, we do that. So let's use this to represent our planning phase. I've clicked on it, and it has, if you see that, it has changed the background of this to this sticky notes on the board. You understand? Then design phase, you can also change it. I'm just showing you how you can change. I won't change all of them. You can also choose one. Let's search for design, anything that might represent design. Okay, let me see. You can use this for design. Depends on you. It's left for you what you want to put. You understand? So let's use that as design. So it's okay. This is not showing the way I want it. Okay, I need to know that I'm still audible, because I think my network is can you all still hear me, please? Hello?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, all right, thank you. I noticed my network was slowing down, so I needed to be sure that everybody's still hearing me. Okay, so this has changed now. This picture has changed. You can do the same for all these ones, which I'm not going to get into now. Now, what next we are going to do now is to start adding the cards one by one, or the cards. That's what we're going to do. So it says under planning phase. I'm going to add all the cards under this planning phase, and probably maybe some of design, and we'll leave it at that. Then go to what any other thing that is suggested, or it suggests that we do. So let's do under planning phase. We are going to add define project goals. Now, don't forget, like I said earlier, Trello is just meant for you to plan the project before you start executing. As you are planning, you are assigning each task you are setting up to different individuals. Okay, this goes to this person, this goes to this person. Before we leave, I'm still going to collect some emails that I'm going to add to this board and assign tasks to those individuals. So the first task under planning says what? Had it been this was not here, let's assume this was not here. Let me just delete it. Assuming this was not here, all I needed to do was to click on add a card. Once I click on that add card, I can now put the title of the card, define project goals, and then I press enter. Now, the second one says research target audience. That's the second card. Research target audience. Enter. It gives me the next card. The third one says set project timeline. Enter. Then we go to the last one. It says allocate budget. These are all things that needs to be in place before you start. You need to define what the project goals are. What exactly are we looking at? What kind of website are we looking at developing? Then research target audience. Who are we targeting? Who are our target markets? What will appeal to them? These are all the jobs of a project manager. So him and his project team are going to sit down, define the project goal, what they need to achieve by this project. Then target audience. Who are we targeting? You cannot be a pharmaceutical company and you are targeting electronics industry. You cannot be an electronics company and you are targeting, let me say, how will I put it? Maybe market women inside the market, or so your website needs to be targeted, needs to be prioritized to actually reach your target audience. Hello, Mr. Clems. Okay, I think he's calling my attention. Is there anything on the chat box? Okay. I see what I see. Valerie says I'm confused. Okay, don't worry. I will treat your questions, please. I will treat your questions. The training is being recorded. It's being recorded. Now, I don't know where we are confused. The thing is this: the main target of this project is we want to design a website for our new company, June-July 2024 class. Now we have set up the project board. This is the project board. Project board is, what Trello is? Trello is like all this, when you come to companies in those olden days before all these things were invented, where you see a board that they are sticking notes. Okay, we are planning how to do our website, and they write all these things down in a sticky note and put them on the board. You understand? Okay, Mr. Clems, let me see if I can unmute you. Please, I won't be able to unmute Mr. Clems alone. So what I'm going to do, please, I'm going to beg us. If I unmute, please, let's not, everybody should try to mute your mic so that we can hear what Mr. Clems has to say. Okay, Mr. Clems, you can try and unmute now.
Okay, Chidozie, thank you. I don't know if I'm the only one seeing this stuff here. What is it called? The writer, what is it called? I've forgotten the name to use. What is it called? The transcription here. The write-up is actually affecting the screen. I don't know if it's happening to my own side or your own side too.
Okay, which of the write-up?
The transcription here, like the language and transcription from audio to written word. Like, I don't know if it's from your OBS or something.
Oh, okay. OBS does not have transcription though.
Okay, as you and I, as we are talking right now, like the stuff is writing. I don't know if it's from my side or from your side.
It should be from your side. Just check this check this CC. If I turn my own on now, as I'm talking, it will be writing on the screen. So this CC here, caption should be turned on in your own. That is why it's showing on your screen.
Okay. I think I mistakenly I thought it was from your own end. All right, thank you. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
It's all right, no problem.
Yeah.
Hey, Bethel, calm down. We are going to simplify this in the best way we can. Trello is not a class you take under one day. Now, one thing I want us to know is the moment you understand Trello very well, it is easier to understand others like Monday.com, like Asana, and then all the ClickUp and the rest. You understand? So just calm down. Today might be a little bit confusing, but that's what I'm trying to explain. What we are actually trying to do is we are trying to plan our project. We are not executing projects inside this Trello. We are trying to plan the project. I am a project manager. Just assume that you are the project manager. You are outlining every single step that needs to be followed before we can start and achieve this website project that we are embarking on. There can be a lot of projects that can be used, that can go on in a company. Let's assume that our company just moved to Abuja from Lagos, and we want to, the office we rented is not in a good shape that we want it to be. We want to redesign the office, or we want to maybe remodel the office. That can be a project of it on its own. You understand? A lot of things, maybe our company is embarking on building a new house, maybe a new office complex, where we will move our head office to. That is a project on its own. Now, you cannot just come and say, oh yeah, go and hire workers, start buying sand, start buying this. As a project manager, you need to know what is the quantity of sand we need for this. And that is where quantity surveyors come in. So what we are doing right now is like we are planning out this project on our own. If you want to build a new house, a quantity surveyor gives you the quantities you need for sand, gives you for stone. You are going to come on this board and design it under this allocate budget. That's where these things are going to be. You understand? So you are going to define the project. These are just step-by-step guides. It's just like I was saying, you pin all those things on your board. Like me, as I'm talking to you right now, I have a board in my house in front of me right now where I used to do planning. When the year comes, I will plan everything I need to achieve for the year. The first year I tried it, I must tell you, I actually achieved almost 80% of everything I planned out that day. You understand? Many people used to say, all these, what do you call them? Motivational speakers, they don't come again. But sometimes, some of those things they tell you work. If you sit down and plan your year and start working towards them one after the other, you find out that you start achieving some of those things that you are looking at every single day you wake up. Every single day I wake up, I see my board and what I've planned on it. So this is a virtual board for companies, for individuals. So every single thing you are doing in the company is what we are planning out here. You have a project coming on, it's called launching a new website, which is what we are planning right here. So there is nothing too confusing about it. We are just setting up the step-by-step things we need to put in place before we say, okay, we are ready to start designing this website. I don't know if it's a little bit clearer now. So if it's clear, if this is a little bit clearer, please can I get a message on the chat box so that I can ask. Once you know how to navigate your way around Trello, you would always know this is what I'm supposed to do with Trello. So Trello is meant for project planning. You understand? Which is what we are doing now. We are planning our website, how to design it. Now, we are done with planning phase. We move over to the design phase. Under the design phase, what are the things that need to be there? You understand? For you to have a website, you need to create a wireframe. A wireframe is what you need the website to look like. It's just like a skeletal view of what you want your website to look like. So you are going to create this wireframe. But this wireframe, you can't just come and start creating wireframe. There need to be things that you need to do under this wireframe to be able to achieve this task. Now, we are going to create a card called Create Wireframe. You will see that there are going to be sub-tasks under this task that we are creating now. Now, the task is going to be called, sorry, let me delete this one, or let me edit it so that you can see if it's an already existing card, how you can edit it. This card here is already existing, but it doesn't have the title I need. So what I need to do is to click on it and then change. This is the name that is there, but that's not what I want. I give it a name, Create Wireframes, and then I close this. The name has changed to Create Wireframes. Then I go over to the next one here, Design Homepage Mockup. Mockup is an actual replication of the original site. So this is what I want our homepage to be like. You understand? You design it, just a how will I put it now? Just a template of what you want our homepage to be like. It might not be online. It might just be on a drawing board where they are putting it together. Okay, this is what we have. We are going to have the home page. We are going to have contact us page. We are going to have career page. That is the mock-up. You understand? What are the buttons that are going to be in our home page? So that's what this particular one is about. So design home page mockup. The next one says review designs with stakeholders. So the mockup page that you design, you are going to review it with the stakeholders, maybe the CEO, the people who are in charge of making decisions in the company, and they will tell you, okay, I like this, let's remove this and put this. That's the project being planned. You have not started executing this project, you are just planning them here. And anything they tell you remove this, you are going to come and make a note here. We are told to remove this and put this. You put your notes down here so that you will not forget. You understand? The last one says finalize design assets. So I'm going to put it here. Now this is where we are going to stop. We also have the ones he suggested for development, testing, launch, post Columbia. We're not going to put these ones because they are going to take our time. You understand? Okay. So we have created our cards under planning and under design. Now let's see the next thing we are supposed to do. Okay, it says step 4, assign due dates and members. Now there is something that is not here. Okay, it's here. Add checklist to cards. Open a card, click checklist. Let me see if it gave us checklists. Checklists are for every single project. Like this defined project goals, there should be checklists under them. It is not a whole project on its own. It's something that, okay, for us to define our project goal, we need to do this, do this, do this, do that. Once we have achieved these 3 things, this particular task is fully complete. So let me tell ChatGPT, because I don't think it gave us checklists. So let me tell it to generate checklists for us. You understand? You can always reprompt ChatGPT to give you what you are looking for. Generate checklists for us. The reason I need us to see this checklist is because if I assign this job to individuals, I need you to be able to check as you are working. You say, okay, I've done number 1, I've done number 2. If you tick number 1, let's assume the things you are supposed to do, there are 4 in number. If you tick number 1, it will tell you that your own task is 25% complete. You tick number 2 when you are finished, it tell you that your task is 50% complete. So I need you to generate this checklist for us. So let me do that and see the checklist. Okay, now it has generated checklists for us. Under planning, you remember we created this card, define project goals. So these are the checklists that must be completed for us to say that this defined project goal is complete. So how do you create these checklists? I'm going to copy the first one and show you how you can create it. Okay. Now, once you want to create checklist, you need to open the card you created. We created this defined project goal. So I'm going to click on it. It is going to open that card. And then I am going to add checklists. If you come under these options here, you are going to see checklists. Click on it. And then you leave the title as this checklist, or you can retype the title to that redefined project goal, whatever. But I'm going to leave mine as checklists. Then I will add. Now, once I add it, it's going to be here, checklists. But I've not added each item under the checklist. How do I add? I will copy that thing I copied. I'm going to paste it here. Identify primary objective and then click on add. It's showing me the second one I need to add. I'll also copy this, come under this and add it. And then the third one says document goals in a project brief. Now I'm done adding the 3 checklists for this particular task. Then I can now close this thing. Now let's get to adding members to this board, because I need to start assigning tasks to individuals right now. So let me add members to this board. Let me add members to the board. Let me see. They've changed all these things. So okay. Oh, okay, no, that's not it. Okay, so I'm going to add board members right now. Let me see the emails that have been sent here. Okay, there were some people that already sent emails, so let me add about 5 or 6 people to that board we are working on now. So what you need to do is to click on this share here. When you click on this share now, it will tell you board members. Currently, the only board member in this board now, on this project is me. This is my email here. So I'm currently the only board member, but I'm going to add others now. This is one. Let me see. This one. Happiness. Then I'm just going to add maybe 5 or 6 people. What number? 3 now. 3 people here. 4. 5. Okay, 6. I'll add the other people later. I'll add the other emails later. So let me just stop at this 6. Now once I'm done, I can now add these members. So if I copied your email, I think I have Talk to Chi Baby, I have Ebru Nelson, Happiness Ibekwe, Stella Onu, Doobie Exclusive, General Zod, and Andra Miracle. So you can now go to your email once I click on this share and accept the request that I sent to you. You will now be a member. It will now be in this board. Now I'm going to give I don't know. I think I saw did I see Mr. Clem's email here? Okay, I think one person has joined. All right, while they are joining, we can continue with whatever we are doing. Now you can change the what do you call it, permission given to them. If you look at this, I'm the only one that's an admin here, which means I have the overall power on this board. I can make some kind of changes that these members cannot make. So you can also change the permission. Maybe you have a manager. You know, the permission level you give to manager is not the permission level you give to the ordinary staff. You understand? So when you add them to this board, you now change their permission level to what you want it to be. There is admin here, there is member, but right now we can only use member because all these other ones need, okay, this admin, for me to make you an admin, you need to have confirmed your email. So all these other ones, apart from admin and member, the observer here, you need to be upgraded. Now, for you to add an observer, maybe you need, maybe this project you are working on is a project that was, your company was given a project by let me say Tony Elumelu now gave your company a project to handle, and you are the project manager of this project, and you need him to see the progress you are making in the project. You can come and add his email here as an observer. He will have access to this board, but he's going to be only an observer watching whatever is going on this board. You understand? So you can add an observer, you can add a member, and then you can add an admin. So I'm done with that. I've added this member. If you see now, the list of members here have increased. So we are going to get to assigning those tasks, but let's complete our checklists before we go into that. Under reach target audience, we have conduct market research. So I'm going to come here as well, click on it, and then I'm going to add checklists. Copy item. It's telling me to copy item from the previous checklist, but that's not what I want to do. So I want to create new checklist, add this one, copy the next one, and then add as well. Copy the last one. This is all we can do on this checklist, and add. Now once I'm done with this, I can now assign this tool. Let me see if there's any other thing. Okay, there is nothing else here. So let's move over to the main project we are working on and still continue following it step by step. Now it says assign due dates and members. These are the next ones I'm supposed to do. Assign due dates and members. Now, due dates are, let's say I give you a task and I want you to be able to do. Let's say this project of website design is a project that we give 8 to 10 weeks. That's what we want. We want that before 8 to 10 weeks, we have been able to finish this project. Now, every single deadline or timeline you assign to each task must fall under this 8 to 10 weeks. You understand? You can as well go back and tell ChatGPT to give me achievable timelines. I'm just trying to show you how you can play around ChatGPT for the whole project. Give me achievable timeline for the whole project and also individual timelines for the different tasks. And what will I call it now? Different tasks and checklists. So let's see what it gives us. Okay, so it says that the total project duration of this redesigning a website should be 12 weeks. The project phase, the planning phase should take you 2 weeks. The design phase should take you 3 weeks. This one should take you 4 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week. And then post-launch phase is ongoing. The reason why this is ongoing is because we have not launched the website. Everything we are doing now from planning till launch is still post-launch. So it did not assign any timeline to this. This one is the whole 12 weeks. So every single thing we are doing under this project is still under post-launch. You understand? Then it says detailed timeline view for each phase. Planning phase should be 2 weeks. You understand? Now, week 1 should be define project goals, research target audience, which are these checklists that we have under here. Define project goals and research target audience. You understand? Now, week 2, what you should be focusing on is to set the project timeline, which is this third card we have here. This third card we have here, you understand? Then, the week 3, it says create. So it has given us a breakdown of all these timelines, all these things that we are working on. It has given us different weeks. But now, let's assume this is not what I want. I want it to assign deadlines starting from today, that we are starting this project. Okay, let's say tomorrow. So I will tell it, assume that this project is starting tomorrow. Assign dates and not just different weeks. So let's see what it comes up with. Everything I've achieved, this is how I do it. At the end of, okay, now let's take a look at what is happening here. It says planning July 17th to July 30th. So it has assumed that tomorrow is July 17th, which it is, that tomorrow is when we are starting this project. So it has given me that my planning stage should start from July 17th and should not exceed July 30th. Design stage. Now, what I'm trying to let you know is that you can redesign and tweak ChatGPT until you get exactly what you want. It needs to know exactly what you want before it gives you exactly what you want. You understand? So the planning phase now, July 17th to 30th, I'm going to go and set this timeline on that card itself, on this planning phase. You understand? So let's say that this planning phase, I'm supposed to change this backlog to planning. So the whole of this project, I'm assigning a due date to it. So I'm going to click on dates. Once I open, this card is the placeholder of our planning stage. It is what the picture is what is showing us. Okay, this is planning stage. So that's why I'm clicking on it, and I'm going to assign a project date from so and so date to so and so date. So it says from July 17th, start date rather should be from July 17th, and the end date should be what? July 30th, just like he gave us. You understand? Once I've selected that, I will now click on, okay, what do I want? Do I want a day before our deadline, I should get an alert telling me that this planning phase we should be rounding up? You understand? So I'm going to set it that a day before that 7:30th, let's get an alert. So you click on this reminder, set due date reminder, click on it, and it's already on 1 day before, so I will leave it at that. But I'm just showing you the options you have. You have at time of due, 5 minutes before due date, due time, 10 minutes. So we are using 1 day before the deadline. So if anybody has not finished their project, I'm supposed to put a checkup across to them. Oga, what are you doing? Tomorrow is the deadline for this project, you know. Why have you not finished this project? You understand? So 1 day before that, and then I'm going to click on save. Once I click on save, it is telling me that this project is from July 17th to July 30th. So I've set a due date for this whole planning stage. Now, individual due dates are also assigned to the different tasks under this planning stage. Let me see if there's anything that needs my attention. Okay, nothing. Individual due dates can also be assigned. I'm going to assign 2 due dates or 1 or 2 due dates, and then I'm going to assign task to members, you know. So it says under planning stage, identify primary objectives, which is the first option we have. Where is it? Define project goals. No. Where is that define project goals? Detailed timeline for each phase, planning phase, define project goals. Okay, so this is define project goals. It says July 17th. Don't forget that this define project goals falls under planning stage, which should be from 17th to 30th. So its own date should not exceed 30th as well. So it says we should do it from July 17th to July 18th. That is the deadline for that particular task. So I'm going to go here, define project goals. I am going to set date for it as well. 17th, okay, sorry, start date 17th to end deadline 18th. Now, because this is a 1 day project, I'm not going to assign a reminder of 1 day before. I can assign a reminder. Let's assume that our office close work by 5 p.m. and I will put our 5 p.m. time here as close of work. This is 5 p.m. close of work. I want this reminder to be sent to me 2 hours before 5 p.m. or 3 hours before 5 p.m. So I will start checking up on whoever is holding us. So let's go and see 2 hours before this time, 5 p.m. I need a reminder so that I can start reminding everyone who has still not finished their project. Now, when I'm done with this deadline, I'm going to assign a member to that particular task. You understand? So let me assign a member. How do you assign member? I click on save here. Now you see members, add to card. These are members. You can add members to this card. So I want Andra Miracle and let me see, Stella Onu to be the ones in charge of this project. Or let's just assign it to one person. Okay, it's already assigned to Stella Onu. Let me just give it to Andra Miracle. We couldn't, okay, let me just leave it to who is already assigned to Stella Onu. So Stella Onu, if you are still on this call, go to your email. You should be able to get an email telling you that a task has been assigned to you on Trello. Now, there are ways you can get this email, just like we said in our first class of Slack. You know, a lot of staffs spend majority of their time on Slack. You can integrate Slack into this. We are not going to go into that today. That will be part of the advanced class we are going to do tomorrow. You can integrate Slack into your workspace, where as Stella Onu that you are, once a task is assigned to you, you want to get how will I put it? You want to get a notification on your Slack, because you might not be checking your email right now, but you are on Slack chatting with your team members and all that. You want to get a message, a notification on Slack telling you that a task has been assigned to you on Trello. So I don't know if Stella Ono has gotten the email. Please kindly identify by writing on. Yes, card means the same thing as task. it means the same thing as task. So Stella, please, if you have gotten the notification that this task was assigned to you, please kindly indicate on the chat box while I go to the second one, which is what? Research target audience, which also falls under planning phase. And it says we should give it a timeline of what? July 19th to July 23rd. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to set the date, start date, July 19th, end date, July, is it 23rd? 23rd, yeah. So July 19th to July 23rd. And I'm going to assign this task. Okay, I've not finished. 5 p.m. closing time, 2 hours before, which is correct. Save. Now I'm going to assign this task to Andra Miracle. I think the problem we are having, I don't know. Let me try another person. Okay. I don't know what's wrong with Andra Miracle. He's not assigning a task to her. So I chose Happiness Ibekwe. So please, Happiness, if you are still on this call, go to your email and confirm that you got a notification that a task was assigned to you. Okay, so Clem Stella said, I've not seen it. You should be able to see it in your email. If you have not seen it, please refresh your email. Refresh your email. You should be able to get an email, I think, telling you that the same way you got an email telling you that we are added to this project, you should be able to get an email. So now I've assigned this task to who? Who is this? Happiness Ibekwe. I've assigned the task to her, and then I will close this board. I'm done with these 2 cards. Now, the reason why I added members to this board is this, to this individual task is this. Anytime Stella Onu comes here and this first checklist, she finishes it, she's done with it. If she click on it on her own, I'm not going to click it. I want her to be able to click it on her own so that we'll see. So Stella, if you are seeing the task that I assigned to you under define project goals, I want you to open this card and let's assume you have finished the first 2 tasks under the first 2 checklists. Please, I want you to tick 2 of them. Let's see what will happen. The moment she ticks them, I am going to get that notification. It's going to be ticked on my own end too, telling me that Stella has completed 2 of these checklists out of 3 that is supposed to be the whole task. You understand? And the same thing goes for Happiness. So Happiness, click on this task and ensure that let's assume that you've done the first one. Click on this, and it will inform me that you are done with the first task or the first checklist, and that you are just waiting to round off these 2 before this whole task is complete. So let me unmute. I need to know what exactly is going on with the 2 people I assigned the task. Where are my staffs? Are you still here? Please tell me what's going on with the task. Stella and Happiness, are you still on the call?
Yes, I'm here. This is Ibekwe Happiness. I tried it. I went to my email, like I refreshed, but I couldn't see any new email.
But are you already added?
But I've
are you on this
accepted
board?
membership already.
Okay. Can you see what
Yes,
I am
I'm
working
already
on
on
right
Trello.
now? Have you been able to access this project board the way it is right now?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been
So
able
if you
to.
have accessed it, can you click the one I assigned to you was research target audience? Click on it and please tick the first one here, which is conduct market research, so that I will show them the moment you tick it. I'm supposed to that one you ticked is supposed to also be ticked on my own end. So the moment you tick it, just let me know you have ticked it. Okay. So let's see this one. Stella has actually, she went ahead to click this as completed. No, this is not what I told you to do. Stella, I don't know if you are the one that did this. Let me see. I don't know if you were the one that ticked. What you mean here by ticking this is that you have completed this whole project, this particular task assigned to you. But what I want you to do is to tick on this checklist individually. Click the first one, click the second one that you have completed the 2. While Happiness clicks the first one. Happiness, you also marked your task as completed. That's not what I told you to do. So unmark this, untick this. Under the checklist, these are what I want you to mark. Mark the first one, Happiness, while Stella marked the first 2. Now notice that the moment she marked it, this turned green. which means that this task is
Please let me use
complete.
my laptop.
Okay, please do use your laptop. Now, I will always tell you, most times you are coming into this kind of class and you are submitting your email, ensure you are using your laptop, because that is the only way you can be following properly in what I am doing. You understand? If you are using your phone, you will most likely not get exactly what I'm getting, because the phone is too small. You might be trying to pinch and expand, and before you know it, you will tick on what you are not supposed to tick on. You understand? Now, we are waiting on
Please,
them.
which of the task is mine? Let me go on.
Your own task is research target audience. So you actually
Research
ticked,
target.
yes,
Okay, thank
you
you.
ticked on this. I want you to remove it and select the first checklist that you have completed it. That's what I want you to do.
Sorry, my laptop, there's no network.
Okay. I just need one of you to complete what I'm. The reason is that I told you earlier that once she has, these are 3 checklists under here. Once she tick this first one, you will see that this percentage level will increase. It will tell you 33% complete. If she marks the second one, it will show you 66% complete. That's what I need. Now, this cannot show. Okay, it's okay. You've marked the 2. Please, I don't need you to mark the 3. Please, I need you to mark 2 or 1. Just mark either 2 or 1.
Okay, I marked 1. I marked 2.
Okay. Now, also, I need you to unmark this one here, because this one is showing that the project is
Which
complete.
of them?
This overall here under this date. You are seeing my mouse, right? I don't want to do it for you. I can as well untick it from here, but I don't want to untick it. I want you to do it yourself. All right, if that is going to take our time, let me just do it. But I'm trying to tell you that once I have assigned the task to you, it is not my business to come and mark anything here again. I've given you your task. Once you complete the first one, you mark it. You complete the second one, you mark it. You understand? Until you have finished the whole task. Now, let's assume you are having a problem with this board, with what I assigned to you. You can come under this comment and make a comment, sir. I am having. Let me assume you are supposed to identify. What is this? Identify user. What? Conduct market research. I think this is not what it's supposed to be. Conduct market research, and you're having a problem. You will come under this note and say, sir, I am having a problem. You list your problem that you're having. The moment you send the message, I will get the message from my own end, and I will figure out what is your problem, and if it's something I can solve by simply typing here, I can type it and send to you. But if it's something I cannot solve by this, I can tell you, I can send a message to you here. Okay, report in my office or whatever. And you come to my office, we settle down and and be able to sort out what exactly is the problem you have. You see now that she has ticked these 2. This is showing that this checklist is 67% complete. You understand?
I just dropped a comment, so I don't know if it's
okay, visible. Let me see your comments. Okay, please, sir, I'm having problem doing the task. Now, she just dropped a comment on her own end, and I've already received the comment. It is now left for me to reply her from here and tell her what exactly is your problem. What exactly is the problem you are having? Now, if I send this message, confirm that you've seen it on your own end.
Yeah, seen.
All right. So you can also
let me reply. Right?
You can also have back
There's
and
a room
forth.
for reply.
Yes, you can reply, but let's just leave it at that. Now,
okay.
If you see this task is also showing as complete, the reason is because Stella marked this as completed here. If you were using your laptop, you will see it the way I'm seeing it, and you will know that this is marked. So I've removed it, and it's showing us that this project is 33% complete. The moment she ticks the 3 of them, every single thing here, it will show you 100% complete, and it will tick this as well. You understand? So let me see, before we call it a day, I think this is where we are going to stop. Every other thing will continue from tomorrow. So I'm going to take questions now. Is there any question? Anybody that has any question? We will finish this project tomorrow, and then, because I told ChatGPT, hold on. Yeah.
Okay, good evening everyone. Can you all hear me?
My mate, because I'm on a hand of group member.
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you, Mr.
Yes,
Clems.
please.
Okay. Yeah, please, for some of you that are confused, you should understand that when a task is given to you, you're not doing the task on
Trello.
Trello, for example. For example, if you are asked to go and build 5-story building, hello, can you all hear me? Somebody is talking in the background. For example, if you're given a project or a task to go and build 5-story building in Port Harcourt, all you have to do is to go to Port Harcourt, build the 5-story building, then come back to your Trello and click done. Okay, not like you're building the stuff in Trello. You only carry out your task. Your task will be given to you in Trello while you carry out your task outside of Trello. Then you come back to Trello and click done. Okay, please, for some of you that are confused, okay? All right, thank you. Chidozie, let me take the questions from them, okay?
All right, no problem.
Okay.
I think I can stop the recording, right?
Yeah, you can.